Chrysalis! You're late. Well, just take a seat for now. We have students to teach in this class for villainry.
Yeah, we'll see how successful we are with that. I mean, we've been doing this now for how long?
5 years.
5 years? And no minions?
I have minions.
I have minions.
I have minions. Your minions left you. They all turned to what we call the dark side. We're obviously the good ones.
And don't you think I have not forgotten about that starlight glimmer?
I hope you never forget it and it haunts your dreams, Chrysalis.
It doesn't haunt my dreams. They're my best dreams.
Okay, ladies, you're both beautiful, but we have future villains to teach.
Okay, yes. Well.
I'm watching all of you.
Oh, dear.
Hey. Hi.
Why ain't you writing back? That's what Twilight said.
Being hung upside down in those little, my beautiful little cocoons. I can just slowly suck all your love from you.
Well, if you talk to Luna, apparently I don't have any love in me. So that's her opinion.
And this is why she became Nightmare Moon. She's a fabulous villain. All of you could learn a thing or two from me. I taught her.
I don't think you were around for Nightmare Moon.
You don't know how old I am.
Uh,
None of your business.
So I'm going to be real honest. I totally didn't read the emails you sent me. I didn't want to read them. So I have no idea what your layout is for this. I have no idea if you have a PowerPoint presentation or anything.
You've been here before. It's the same thing that's been done for 4 years already.
Well, I figured if we were doing it over again, maybe we were going to do something new.
Well, we did. We lost our budget. So we had to improvise.
what have I gotten myself into?
You see what I have to work with? It's so hard to...
Well,
What is that?
Well, I think.
What are you drinking?
Starlight flavored Coke?
Do you know how they made that? They stole my magic.
Tastes like sweet meow meow.
I might have to give that a try as
That's
well.
kitten, by the way. Kittens are tasty.
Kittens are tasty. I can't even lie about that.
Real villains eat kittens.
Yes, that
Remember
should
that.
be...
The love.
Write it down.
Kittens
in
have
a little
so
book.
much
Real
love.
villains eat kittens.
Delicious.
Do you know how angry people get in the movies when you kill the animal? Nobody cares if you kill the main character, but when you kill the animal, everybody goes crazy.
Yes. So if you really want to make sure to hurt your enemies, kill their pets. Trust me, it works. Pets are always better than people.
First
Why
suck
do you
out their
think I
love.
have 4 cats?
First suck out their love for their pet, and then kill their pet.
Well, honestly, this room isn't even as full as it was last year. That's quite disappointing. We need more villains. Save it! That did not deserve a clap. I am disappointed. So,
Any new lessons in villainy you have for us this year?
well, of course! Because we can only do steps of villainry so many times.
There's steps for villainry?
Yes.
Well, I mean, there's the obvious stuff like dress for the job you want, not the job you have. So if you want to be a supervillain, dress like a supervillain.
Exactly.
I
We
have a-
covered that.
You also have to
Right.
have an evil laugh. I think we covered that too.
I'm a
layers.
changeling. I can be whoever I want.
We talked
use
them
my
about
armor.
having minions.
We talked about layers, because every good villain needs a layer. Mine just happens to be a school where I am
Your little cult.
secretly teaching every pony and every creature how to be a villain.
I thought that's where you learned friendship.
Roll this. Think I wouldn't bring it.
Yes.
I refuse to lose it. It's been with me since the second year.
So I've been a little busy with taking over plans. Not much has happened since our last meeting. I mean, I have some more. What do you call them? Why can't I remember the word right now? A little minion, I think. A minion. I got little minions because we got newcomers to the school.
Is it
And-
also a high school dropout?
I didn't drop out. I transferred.
So,
Transfer. Yeah, right.
some kind of school of friendship.
No, a school of magic. But not like a queen bee would know anything about that.
I beg your pardon. I demand your pardon.
You don't have it, honey.
All right, you two. We are here to teach all of them how to be proper career villains. So if you two students would just calm down, I suggest we get started or you'll have to find new seats. Like a typical rebel. But that's what makes a good villain. I can't even be mad. I'm taking this away. Well, I guess since a budget cuts, we do have apparently breaking news.
Ooh. Breaking. This is Starlight Glimmer with the afternoon AFNW News.
It's not breaking news that any of you need to worry about. It's just how glorious my new minions are going. They've taken over not just the school, but we've been working on the mayor's office, and we've been working on just taking over all of Ponyville, because, you know, we always have to start small. We have to start somewhere.
Small. I was on pinnacle of taking over Equestria twice already. What have either of you done?
You even partnered up with a foal.
And didn't
She
you...
is not my partner. She is one of my new villains. That other.
Oh, what's their name?
Centaurs,
Snuggly Light or something like that?
Or,
Flicker?
glow stick.
Yeah, I think that was it. Glow stick, yeah.
Maybe it was, Snuggly
Okay.
Buns.
Her name is Cozy Glow.
Oh, so I was right.
And
She's a
she
pillow
almost took
and
over
a
that
glow
school of
stick.
yours before, and you had no idea. And then we're trapped in a magical trap and had to be rescued by other creatures.
That's like the number one rule of villainry. I mean, they all are number one rules of villainry. But the number one rule of villainry is don't have others come to your rescue because you should never be caught.
Remember,
But you were
we covered
caught.
having a backup plan and a backup plan to your backup plan
And
a backup plan to your backup
yeah.
plan to your
You
backup.
need like a plan A through Z and then double the letters.
Pull it off like the
Plan
unknown.
AA.
All 26 plus the question mark and the exclamation point. You're
Exactly.
good to go.
Backup plan to your backup plan to your backup plan to your backup plan. I'm not even sure how many times I've repeated that in 5 years?
I mean, my backup plan's always good. Get more minions.
And how's that going?
Like I said, it's going pretty well. The school has a couple more newbies, and so I've been able to indoctrinate a couple of them to do my will. I'm trying to get on the student council so I can work my magic there.
That means you're still a student. At least
Yes.
I'm head mayor.
Yes, apparently going through the portal means I'm perpetually
Queen.
stuck as a teenager.
You're continuously going through puberty?
Do you know how raging my hormones are on a daily basis?
I'm not sure I want to know.
If
At
it's
least
anything
you'll-
like changing puberty, I do feel for you.
At least you don't have to go through menopause like this one. Ancient. How about we move on to our under budget, what would have been PowerPoints? Who wants to see that? I can't even hear you. Come on. Yeah, that's more like it. Which one of you wants to start? I never want to go first.
I'll start.
Good.
I have
Good.
some wonderful presentations here. The only email I did read. And I only read it by accident because I thought it was something else.
You can
To be
read?
real honest with you.
What's a
I didn't even know the
Email.
high school dropout could read.
We have my. Oh no! Oh no! 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 Oh! Minions! Okay, forget what I said about the minions.
They're useless, I know.
Well, I was going to show you a very beautiful presentation, but now I just have to show you what my minions did. Everything was perfect. Who does that? Basically, I just want to make a collaboration of some amazing villains that I have discovered during my research. So here we have two lovely baddies, Megatron and Darth Vader. Both have very powerful points to each other. You can see them here. I'd read them, but I'm too lazy.
Ah, like a typical high school dropout.
Transferred. Then we have some more bad baddies. What does this one look like? Dorito Discord. Oh, yeah, he kind of is Dorito Discord.
Oh wow, those are terrible.
Oh, okay, they were nice to him at least. Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, I like the glitter touches, but I think the paint and the googly eyes are a bit much. And the stickers, where did they get these?
Be careful about giving her compliments. She'll take them and just amplify them and exaggerate them.
She's not wrong.
Shush. I don't want to hear any compliments. We're here to beat people down, not build them up. Like a villain.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see how bad it is. Show us. Oh, that's terrible. What is that green thing?
That's the leader.
What's with the googly
Ooh.
eyes?
I don't
And
know.
is that
I like
Hangman?
him.
Look, they put Hangman on his head. This space for rent on his head says this space for
I
rent.
mean, we can do advertisements. Yeah.
What? The word erotic is not a bad word.
Oh.
They crossed it off as smelly. Smelly disposition. Do you believe this?
I mean, I can.
This was perfect
I have to sit next
before
to
I
you.
came here. This was fine before I came here.
That was fine.
It was fine.
You
It was
approved
totally fine
that?
before I came here.
That looked terrible, and you didn't even do it yourself. Lazy. At least I did mine myself.
Oh, so you're going to show us, right?
What about all your students at your school?
That you transferred to.
I was talking to you, Starlight. Why didn't you have them do your posters?
Because I am a real leader and a real proper career villain, like I have been for years. And not like you would know what success is. You starve. That's why your minions left you, because you starved them.
Yeah, you're pretty much
minions
the epitome of a
left you because
toxic
you
mom.
infected them with friendship. They were all perfectly happy until you came in, Starlight. And one day I will have my revenge.
It's called taking out the competition, even though there really wasn't any. Just had to make sure.
Didn't you once make replicas of the main 6 so you wouldn't feel lonely and rejected anymore?
Hey, we don't talk about the main 6.
No.
We don't talk
I was
about
trying
Twilight.
to get a hold of the elements of harmony, and did anyone caught me? No, the Twilight and her friends thought they were all just being mean to each other. It was fabulous.
I don't have to sit here and listen to you both talk about how bad I am. I'm going to show you what true perfection with an under budget for a class looks like, because my posters are fabulous.
This,
And I did them myself.
Thank you.
They look glorious too. I did mine on the spells on how to defeat your enemies.
Okay. What? Did you spell it wrong?
That's a unicorn.
That looks like a box, like a cardboard box somebody tried to make a puppet out of. With
It's
like
a
construction
unicorn
paper
breathing
and
fire.
glue, and it looks terrible. You did that yourself?
Better than you.
At least mine looked presentable.
All right, I'm just going to continue, so if you're not listening, shut up. Oh, yes. All right. First one, Lizaga. So that way you can freeze your enemies. See, notice the little hearts and see, I even drew a pony.
Is that a wolf? Those are wolves.
No, they're ponies.
Yes, that's the snout, there's the ear, there's the tail, and the arms and legs, and clearly that one's dead.
Well, yeah, it's frozen in a block of ice. Of course it's dead.
Didn't Katara do that?
I still think she should have had her students do her posters for her.
It ended very well.
I can't even blame Cozy Glow.
You mean,
I expelled her from the school. The next one is the
She told me
biggest names, because if you can't freeze them, you curse them. Curse, damn it.
let me see this. What's it look like? Let me
That
see.
rainbow's not a tail.
Let me see. Okay, well that looks like it's pooping a rainbow.
I would say I'm offended, but mine's still better.
I've never been so disturbed in my life.
We're moving on. The next one is water-breathing sixth-form whirlpools. You can drown your enemies.
Unless you're Sonic the Hedgehog.
Interesting. Where do I find this hedgehog?
It's backwards.
I think it would be a good minion.
Nobody told me it was backwards. It's supposed to be water-breathing sixth form.
Sixth-form water breathing.
And none of you got the reference, so you all failed.
No, I didn't fail. I transferred.
Well, that certainly explains how I was able to defeat you, Celestia.
Next up is thunderbolt, because when they're wet, water conducts electricity. It's shocking, I know.
Why not thunder? Why thunderbolt? Why not thunder? Or shockwave?
Because bolt. I don't know, you could throw a bolt at them too?
Probably because it's the most iconic
This
move
is a
Pikachu
rocket
knows.
science.
It was the most iconic move Pikachu knew for his whole, like, series.
We know what? If all else fails, we can do this one. Oh, no, not that one. Not that one. We do this one. I don't care how big the room is. I cast fireball.
Roll for initiative!
I'm keeping this one.
Maybe.
I guess I actually have to pick them up.
Yes, we will. Hey, Sprout. How does it feel to be left out of G5? I hope you come back. I liked you. I love the dynamic with you and your mom. So funny.
I thought about putting more hearts, but
I was impressed. I was impressed at how easily you were able to gather all those ponies into your army. It was impressive.
Angry, angry mob. Angry.
Ugh.
The only thing I'm going to criticize is that that machine could have been well better built. I mean, slime balls.
you know, since you two and all of you seem to want to make fun of my presentation, why don't we see yours?
Well, first of all, I only need to know one spell, and that's to suck the love out of ponies.
And how's that really working for you? You're so skinny, you're just skin and bones.
I am well figured. How do you think I was able to land a prince?
Let's just see what you came up with your under budget project.
Well, fortunately for me, I am a queen, not some kind of head mayor or student council person. I don't understand.
Soon to be student council.
I am a queen
Of what?
of the changelings.
They're gone.
They're still there. They just
Yeah, they realized you were a toxic mom and they left
rethinking
you.
their options.
You are the definition of toxic mother.
Let me show you how
least I
much of
got a
a
clap.
wonderful mother I am. But,
Let's see it.
well, making posters like that is beneath me as a queen. So I asked my minion, Cozy Glow, to make one for me.
You see, I would say you were lazy, but that's actually what a villain would do, so.
Still lazy.
Yeah, real villains are lazy, apparently.
Let's
Maybe don't be
see
lazy.
This.
And maybe read the emails.
Let me show all of you my wonderful poster for this class thing.
It's rolled up.
Oh, that is the most precious thing I've seen all day.
Is villain spelled wrong? It's spelled wrong, and you all look way too happy.
Actually, that's kind of a cool name, Villian. Let me write that down. I'm adding that to my cool names dictionary.
They all look too happy.
I'm gonna have to talk to Cozy Glow.
You're going to have to fire Cozy Glow. So, funny story. Cozy Glow tried to get on this class with us, and I told her to go sit in the corner. You know what she told me? Fine. I'll go sit in the corner, but I'm not going to like it. And that is not being a successful career villain. You got to take charge.
Oh, well, I'm proud of her for rebelling against you.
Oh, hello, Cozy Glow in the pillow flesh. You got one of the knife ones? I got a knife one too.
Well, I'm proud of Cozy Glow because she doesn't hide that she's a villain. She embraced her villainous instead of, pretending to go along with friendship to get under Twilight Sparkle's good graces.
It's
mean,
called
kind
the
of right.
long con.
But Cozy Glow made the biggest mistake of all. You don't mess with the friendship tree. You don't mess with friendship. Seems every time we try to wiggle our way into friendship, that's when it goes wrong. But that's the most powerful thing in this world, is friendship.
And it shouldn't be.
No, it shouldn't be.
Rainbow of Shadows.
Brainwashing has been covered in a previous class. How many of you are new? How is this your first? Oh man, there's way too many first timers.
There are so
This
many
is our
first-timers
fifth
here.
year.
Yeah. I expected the room to have like nobody in here, and I didn't figure anybody was going to take it seriously.
I mean, they did last year when we filled it. There wasn't a seat available last year.
Yeah, that was pretty impressive.
That was very impressive. I take full responsibility for
Wasn't our
that.
panel last time on a Saturday?
Yes.
That's why it had the most people.
Well, that's not my fault. I wasn't in charge of scheduling.
Wow. I
None of us
am
in charge of scheduling.
impressed.
True, none of us are in charge of scheduling.
None of us are in charge of scheduling.
You had it on the last
Maybe we should find out who's in charge. We need to find out
And
who's
you
in charge of
still have
scheduling
new
and kidnap them
people.
so that we can get the schedule the way we want to next year.
That sounds good. You actually have to read.
It's hard enough to read my textbooks, let alone emails.
But you have no problem reading your text messages.
Well, those are important. Those are my minions, and those are my fellow
Oh,
villains.
minions. Minions. Is that
Yeah.
what we're calling him now? Your senpai.
Senpai. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, I'm sure you do. Because, I mean, like a Gen Zer.
What?
Like a Gen Zer. Everything's in text.
I don't understand what you're talking about.
That's because you're old and ancient and nobody knows anything when they're your age.
I know lots of things.
Apparently not. You have no children, no love, no food, and you barely got on here. You're only here because everybody else bailed. That's how you made special guest. Suck
Well,
on
I
that.
never heard such things.
You never heard? Wow. Yeah. I mean, look at the size of those hearing aids. Hello? Can you hear me? And I'm allowed to make those jokes. And only certain people in this room know exactly why.
Well, I just thought they could use to see a really real villain instead of some fake villains.
The real villain's right here. I got two fakers on either side of me.
Villain? You're not a good villain. You know why? You have a stupid backstory. It's weak.
What? My backstory is not weak. Yours is weak. You never left high school. How many times have you tried to graduate?
5 years?
5 years?
I keep getting sent back to 11th grade.
I'm pretty sure there was a 1 in front of that 5.
I don't need a backstory.
All of our backstories are weak.
Yeah,
I'm beginning
all
to
of them
think
are
that,
weak.
Well, I
I'm
don't
beginning to
need
think
a
that us villains
backstory.
don't have
I
convincing
know what I
backstories.
want, and I know I can do, and I will do it. I don't need some.
Your backstory is terrible. You just had too many kids, more kids than you can afford, like a Weasley, and then you decided to be toxic mom of the millennia,
love my
and they
children.
left you.
I loved my children. I took over Equestria twice to make sure they
That's
were
why
fed.
they were so skinny. She loves her children, and she eats the love from the children.
I didn't even.
Who takes
Can changelings eat love off of one another?
I don't know, but who takes love from a child?
Ugh, children.
Now we
I
have
go to school.
ponies leaving. Ah, the nerve! Leaving them in the middle of this class.
Well, I
You'd
guess we
think
know he's
Twilight would
not
come
gonna
through
be a
this
villain.
door.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Well, I guess we don't need them. Their backstory was probably terrible. You know, that's what we
Probably
should
had something to do with stealing something as a kid. Like maybe he didn't get his way and he tried to steal a candy bar or something. And so he was like, nobody's ever going to tell me what to do ever again. And so that's why he left, because nobody's going to tell me what to do.
like a real rebel.
Yeah.
I don't only know the characters.
Yeah, if you're gonna be a villain, make sure your backstory is convincing.
I mean, my backstory is so tragic. I lost my best friend when he got his cutie mark.
Oh,
And
no.
now I had to make sure every pony was the same because uniqueness is exactly what tears friendships apart.
Oh no.
Without me, where?
And you know, equality is everything.
I don't want equality, I want equity.
All of my children.
Equality is where
equal.
everybody gets equal things. But
We're
that's
all
not
equal in my
appropriate for
eyes.
everybody. Say you're disabled and you need special accommodations. That's when equity comes in. Those that need the extra help are given the extra help that they need in order to keep living in this life.
You mean like
So that's why I don't want just equality. I want equity.
What about equanimity?
what about quantity? I could go for a quantity of tacos right now.
Chronic tacos sounds so good right now.
I mean, we have a classroom full of potential minions and nobody brought tacos?
What are
There's
tacos?
Sonata around here.
No? Well, her sister's here. Her sister's here, but that's not good enough.
Nothing wrong with a little competition.
Well, why do you think I went and took her out? Competition. There can't be any.
That's how I make my children go stronger. Is make them fight themselves, so the weak will be filtered out, and strong will rise up and be part of my army.
All right. I think it's time that we open up to audience people who want to ask us something about villainry. Because, I mean, this wouldn't be a proper classroom if we didn't answer any questions. So you need to learn how to be proper career villains. That's why we're here.
I think good minions don't have to question their leaders.
I am not sure which direction we can have people line up. That's not going to, like, interfere with me looking fabulous up here. I guess we can go down the center. Line up down the center, minions! Those who have questions, anyway.
If anybody has okay, maybe. Okay, I was hoping nobody had questions.
I mean, we could all...
I was so ready to
We
go.
could-
I was like, nope, I'm done.
But we still have 25 minutes of this class. There's a microphone. You can do it yourself.
My brain has
I don't have to lift a
ADHD.
finger.
25 minutes is like 2 hours.
Just take it out or... Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, hello. I am Sprout Cloverleaf, the newest villain to join.
Sit down.
Do you have any advice for an up-and-comer? And also, is a mix of nepotism and summoning angry mobs a good way to get a start?
Yes.
I mean, angry mobs are pretty good. Have you ever heard of mob mentality? It's a thing and it's dangerous.
Yes, it is. It has so far been my strongest strength.
Well, I mean, that's good.
Yes.
Start a mob. That's what I do.
An angry mob.
Angry mobs are better, yes.
Yeah. And I'm able to do it just through fear. I do not need magic.
Ooh, that
But
is
they still haven't
impressive.
put you in G5. How many episodes of Make Your Mark have popped up now and you haven't popped up at all? Or Tell Your Tale?
They can't afford to pay Ken Jeong.
All right, next person. Otherwise, we'll be here forever.
He just did.
But I can
He
put it in the
literally just
stand.
did.
I actually took over my town temporarily, but...
Temporarily. Weak.
That's longer than mine was.
I don't know if you can hear me in this.
Yes.
We can.
Well, first off, I've got something for you to start.
Oh, look at that.
No way. Is that art of you as a Jedi?
Yes.
That's you as a Sith. That's even better.
That's even better.
Starlight Glimmer, Dark Lord of the Sith. Ooh,
Why does she need that
See?
light stick if you have a horn that can do magic?
Because it's a lightsaber, for one, obviously. And for two, how many presents have you gotten from our audience? Huh? 0. What is your question?
Underestimate a laser sword. Poor Buggy.
That is a nice one you're holding.
What is your question? We have a lot of ponies to get through.
Well, question being, you've mentioned minion wisemen, but have you ever thought about hiring hired guns? Guns for certain.
That costs money.
So,
Did you not see our posters? We normally have PowerPoints, which all of you can find our previous years on YouTube. So, budget cuts means we can't afford to pay any of our minions.
I would get a hired gun, but like I don't have the money for that. I'm a high school student, and
I'm too busy.
even if I did have the money, there's always someone who will pay more than me, and they could potentially betray me. So
Yeah, that would be.
no, I would not hire
Well,
a hired
that's
gun.
the two of you said. How about you, Queen?
That is very tempting because there's a certain pony that I think I would like to take out or have you take out.
You mean Twilight?
I mean the one that took my children away from me.
Oh, so CPS.
Okay, maybe I
Sorry,
should've
what?
rephrased
Is that something that you
question.
talk about in your school?
Maybe I should have rephrased that question instead of just hired guns. Hans, what class of minions do you seek?
Any who are willing to do this unpaid.
Obedient,
But
strong.
I mean, the glory of knowing and serving a fabulous villain like me should be reward enough.
Well, I've heard many a good tale about you, Miss Glimmer. You stand above all when it comes to villains. I mean, you've almost succeeded in destroying the main six.
Most. I almost wiped them out of existence.
And she would have gotten away with it too.
And it
if
would
not
have
for
gotten
those
away with
meddling
it.
ponies and that little Spike.
That little dragon.
Excuse me, but I actually trapped
Oh, look at me! I'm a
Twilight
dragon.
and her
Look at me! I
friends.
will fire.
all
Leave
the
messages. Oh, let me help you,
princesses,
Twilight. I
even
know something.
Discord.
We're not going into semantics, so we don't need the list of everybody who's defeated us.
The only other thing I can really say is that if you're going to destroy them, time travel may not be the best option because it doesn't always work as you want it to.
Well, I just need to make sure that nobody finds out that I actually time traveled. That was my first mistake.
I haven't been able to find a DeLorean yet.
Oh.
Hi.
You can pull it out. Yep.
There you go.
There you go.
Hello. Yeah, my thing is more of a comment than an actual question.
Then we don't want to hear it.
Too bad. So, you morons realize you can have friendships and still be evil, right?
What is this?
What?
What?
Friendships and
What?
Yes.
What?
You know,
You guys
That's
think
like
that
mixing
just because
oil and water. It
friendship
does not
equals
coexist.
magic.
Does not
Magic is
compute.
not necessarily good or evil. Therefore, you can be evil and
Cozy-
still be friends.
Here's
Cozy
something
Glow is-
for you. Put the mic down. Walk away.
You're all
we don't
failures.
we don't
because
want to
you're-
hear about
because you're
friendship.
idiots. You're all just idiots. You tried to take over a school. Here's an idea. Just go into the classroom there. They have the crown and just take it. Don't win it over
Yeah.
a prize.
Why didn't you think of that?
Because it had to look good.
why didn't
It had to go according to plan.
The
I
plan
had to make
was
it look like I
You
was the
decided
bad
to
one.
just you just decided to throw the main six into a house and not keep a guard out on them.
the whole town
You
was
almost
a guard.
succeeded the second time, but the first time you should have just sent Twilight to some sort of cell with your minions.
I did do that.
No, you didn't. You sent her with her aunt or the other princess.
There were the bridesmaids.
Oh yeah, real great job with that one. So
You know, there's something I've been wondering.
We should keep moving on.
Excuse me.
We only got 20 minutes left in this panel.
Oh, okay.
And we have a nice line of questions.
If you're Queen Chrysalis, where's King Chrysalis? Why did he leave you? Or was it another Queen Chrysalis? I mean, we don't judge. up here.
Honey,
I am in a market for a new king.
hun, are you a
Or maybe an
lesbian?
emperor.
Well, she said king, so
Is
we'll
that
roll
why
with it.
there's no Mr. Handsome in your life? Are you a lesbian? Are you ace?
I just said I'm out for a new king.
Okay, fine. She likes kings. Next person.
I've actually got a pretty quick question. Are the horns essential to villainy or just useful?
I didn't hear that because other people were shouting. Repeat that.
Are the horns essential to villainy or just helpful? Because everyone seems to have a horn if they're a villain.
We're going to confer for a second.
Yeah, but she lost.
I'm really sorry. Could we ask you to repeat that one more time? We're having a little trouble understanding.
Yeah, pull the mask.
Perfect.
Are the horns essential to villainy or just useful? Because
the
every villain seems to
horns.
have a horn.
I would say that you have to have a horn to be a villain, but that's kind of non-inclusive and makes less villains in the world. So
Yeah, and I mean, we're in
honestly, if heroes can come from all walks of life, that means villains can come from all walks of life as well.
They're useful, but they're not
Usually.
required.
You know, now that I think about it, all of our villain backstories come from trauma. So that means you just created a whole horde of villains.
What?
I mean, unless the foster care does it even better.
Well, that's their own fault for being terrible and then make a whole bunch of villains. They would have been perfectly fine under my rule and care.
Clearly not. At least that's what the judge said.
The judge said nothing. You're the one that had them abandon me. Run away from their mother.
Yeah, I work for CPS.
All right, next question.
That's how I know a toxic mom when I see one.
So as villains, the answer to heroes is obvious enough. But how do you guys respond to anti-heroes?
Anti-heroes can go either direction, so we just side with them when they're on our side.
They're not even a villain. They're more of an anti-hero. The worst kind of villain. No, the worst kind of hero. They give us villains a good name.
Does that answer your question?
Yes.
Good, sit down. Next.
Hello. So, first of all, I'm still not over what happened at the Battle of the Band Sunset
You lost.
You lost.
because of you. So,
Yes, because better villain.
for now. But anyway, my question. If each of you were to get to choose which part of Equestria you'd take over, and you can't say all of it, which part would you choose and why? And preferably not somewhere you've already taken over.
Well, considering I took over everything.
Okay, specifically.
Long con.
Like one area in particular. What are the benefits to it? Why would you take that place over?
I mean, there's benefits to each of the different areas that we can take over. I mean, look at the yaks. They're dumb enough to follow anything. So, I mean, but they got brute strength.
I just sea ponies can't swim straight. That's all I got. What was the question again?
Which area?
Oh, the Everfree forest. It is teeming with all kinds of life.
I was thinking there's this place called Las Pegasus that's full of so much love and joy and happiness. It's also high up, so only me and my minions can get to.
It's a gamble for affection.
Exactly.
And
Next
love.
question.
Okay, this is question for a friend, not me. If there was a tiny mushroom baby child who's high and does not know what's going on, would you take that baby in? Question.
If I could take on a baby, I'd give it to somebody else to raise.
No, but it
Is this
it
a
has
regular
magical
mushroom or is this
spore
a sentient mushroom?
Yeah, is this a sentient mushroom?
Yes, if it had like imploding powers where it could throw imploding mushrooms at you and there's multiple versions, would you take a horde in and raise it as your own?
Oh, of
then send it upon
course.
the world.
I am a loving mother. I would, of course, take it in.
That's not what the judge said. Besides, if I have a sentient mushroom that likes to release poisonous gas, does that make me a spore warden?
Yes, I guess that's my question. Cause I have job offers right now, and like I have tons of job offers, and that was one of them, and I think that's pretty good.
Well,
Do
if
you
you
start
need
my
a
villainy?
job,
My
we
villainy.
need minions. It's a job. Minions are jobs. Be a minion. You'll have to change your mask, but be a minion.
I will be a spore warden, so I could take over tiny masses of lands at once. Thank you for your questions, and your plans convoluted.
You're the one who asked the question. Why are you thanking us for a question?
Hey!
Hi! Hi, Twilight.
I just wanted to say I'm so proud of you guys for making friends. Look at everybody.
What?
These are
I'm
not
so
friends.
proud.
These are future
I'm
villains.
absolutely so proud of you guys. Thank you.
At least some pony's proud of her. And I don't know about this one.
Thank you.
Yes, please leave.
Someone almost got busted by their mentor.
Hold on. It doesn't work! Don't do too much love. Chrissy over here might eat it.
Do more love. I'm hungry.
All right, next question.
She does
We're
need
starting
the
to run out
weight.
of time here.
This
Ooh.
one is, of course, for Chrysalis. What is your current favorite flavor of love?
Oh, that's such a good
That's actually an interesting
question.
question.
Well, the love that I ate from Shining Armor was pretty good. The love that he had for his fiancee now.
Are you sure
What?
it wasn't a little horny? I mean,
We don't talk about that.
he's a unicorn.
Unicorns. I just want to clarify. Unicorns will lock horns with each other to share each other's emotional states.
Yeah.
That is what we're referencing.
Exactly.
But I will say that when I did capture that little brat Flurry Heart, there was there's so much love that she got from the Crystal Empire for just a little annoying thing, but it was so good.
Even if Flurry Heart gives that much love, it still won't bring your children back. I will make sure of that.
Exactly. Thank you.
All right, next. Didn't I tell you to sit down?
Thank
Yes.
you.
I'm a rebel.
Fine.
Rebel.
What is your question?
I have a question for Chrysalis. If given a third chance to take over Equestria, how would you plan it this time?
Take over Equestria?
Yeah, how would you take over Equestria if you were gonna do it this time?
I
Yes.
You were
think
gonna do it.
Yes.
Cozy Glow and T-Rex do have this idea, but I'm not sure if I should share it to any of you, because one, you could steal it.
Well, I hope the plan is better than that poster.
Yeah.
I will say that Cozy Glow does have this thing about working together to tear our enemies apart. It has been very profitable.
Profitable. We're not making friends over here. No!
But the other thing is that if I do say it, one of you ponies might tattle to Twilight and her friend, especially since she's standing right there. So we might keep her there. Though I did want to point out that, unlike you two, I have a new minion sitting right here.
What are you doing?
But
I really gotta move.
Well, do you see this? What are you doing?
Doing the boogie.
You're leaving. Are you that disappointed?
I have to go to the little mayor's room.
Well then.
Philia.
Well, we know what a villain doesn't look like.
Talk to the hand.
I would, but mine's too busy slapping you.
I guess she has to go back to that
Apparently, it's too busy
school.
high-fiving on the way out. Ah! You know what? You're only getting high fives. I get high tens. That is not a question I'm going to answer.
Okay.
Which, I mean, I guess it's fine. We only have 9 minutes.
I guess
So
we need-
I guess the next person can come up. We have what? 3? 3's it. Anybody else stands up, I'm going to tell you to sit down.
What if I'm already standing?
Then sit! There's a chair next to you, and Celestia, you need to sit. Or I guess Boogie, that works too. See, this is what happens. You can't find good minions because they always want to backtalk like little children.
Tell me about it.
I can. All 10,000 of them. I have all their testimonies about how toxic you are as a mom who stole their food. Like taking candy from a baby.
Being a parent, sometimes you have to be hard on them so they will grow and be able to do your bidding. You can't baby them for the rest of their lives.
Well, they were still babies.
They were fully I wouldn't have sent them out so many times to suck love from all of Equestria if they were still babies.
Okay, I get it. You make them hunt for you and themselves. That's why they're starving. They have to do their own work. You're supposed to provide. That's what a queen does.
I teach them to provide for themselves. Okay, let's
You did
go
not
to the
teach very well. I agree with
Let's
that
go
comment.
to the let
All
the
right,
little
yeah.
meeting
We're
tree
getting
talk.
off topic. Actually, we're on topic, but... All right, what is your question?
I was just wondering if you have advice on how to corrupt heroes, like turn them
Gaslighting.
away from the side of good. Yeah.
Take their children and gaslight them.
Okay.
Pretend to be their long lost, their old soul sitter, and be mean to them and turn their friends against them and their own brother.
You gotta just be mean to them.
And, does that usually convince them in your experience?
I mean, no.
Just maybe next time not throw them in a pit
has
with
not
the person you're impersonating.
Thank you.
My plans have not worked thus far, but I am still in the long con. So
long con.
Not like you would know. You're usually defeated in 1 episode, sometimes 2. At least I stayed.
Okay. So whatever.
So I just have a quick little kind of, I guess, question.
And we have a quick little kind of answer.
Let the man speak.
But as far as this, have you guys considered branching out to other realms, or possibly, since Starlight here has traveled through time,
Yes.
to other time periods? Because there's a realm called Fallout Equestria that, with Sunset's being in high school and whatnot, just her daily soda intake could pay you a lot of minions from that realm.
Wait, you want us to go to the wasteland, to a post-apocalyptic wasteland, to find mostly feral ghouls to make our minions when they don't even listen?
I mean, raiders will work for a couple of caps.
I mean, they'd be good for an angry mob.
I will say that there is a bit of a rise of love, like at that Mount Ares place, since the storm that bumbling fool of Storm King got defeated. It's full of love. I would maybe sneak in,
It
get a
sounds
taste of
more
it.
like friendship is how he was defeated. That thing Twilight's always going on about, and that I'm supposed to be teaching at the
But
school.
now he gives an opportunity for me to slip in and get a taste of that love that the hippogriffs and sea ponies have for each other now. That's very tempting.
Might I
Yeah.
suggest being more careful in front of your own boss?
What was that?
Might I suggest being more careful in front of your boss?
Yes, Starlight.
Paying attention.
Work for the big hero.
She's a little ditzy, so she's not paying
That's my
attention.
whole point. She has to pretend to be nice.
I mean, do you see the amount of glitter?
24/7.
Only children play with that amount of glitter.
I don't hide who I am. I am Queen Crystal of the Change, and one day I will rise to my throne again and take over all of Equestria.
Well, it won't be a throne of love.
Well, it was never a throne of love. It was a throne that sucked the magic.
So you're going to continue to starve. And this is why you lost your children. This is why they left you. Went no contact.
Also, have you considered using alternative means to build your power base, like somebody else's money, manipulating others into following you, gaslight the living daylights out of them?
I mean, I already gaslight Twilight and every pony else. I mean, what's another one?
Well,
I mean,
but I haven't seen you try to rob any banks or anything at all for capital to hire someone with.
Because she has to pretend to be good for Twilight.
But eventually, I'm gonna use this on her. Eventually.
Once you get it working.
What smell is that?
Dumb. You don't even pay me. You're so cheap you can't even pay attention.
But remember, crown, no crown.
I can change that in about 2 seconds.
Crown?
Crown.
I can still change that in about 2 seconds.
I think Chrysalis is a part of her.
I mean, I could take this one.
Hands off the crown.
Can't even finish. This is why you need school. This is why we all need school. A villain school, which is why we're here. But quite honestly, is this even working?
Apparently not, since you haven't made any new minions in 5 years. Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, no, sit down. We are not taking anything else because we are leaving in like a minute. Sit down. Man, don't you just love the control?
It's wonderful.
I can control this entire room. I want to hear your evil laugh. Come on, let's hear it. Nice. See? Potential villains who are actual minions because you listen to another pony. You recognize my greatness and that's why you listened.
I've actually succeeded.
Yeah, you're defeated. So.
Well, I suppose this has been worth my time.
Yeah, maybe you learned something.
I learned that there's always possibilities of rising good in villainhood. That there's always hope that we can take over Equestria.
There's always hope, but I hope you learn not to act like Sunset over here who bails on the class.
I am a queen. I am so much
she's
better than
going
that.
to hear about it later. We all know it. I mean, isn't that what we've been doing this whole time? Not caring about your emotional state? I mean, we don't provide therapy. It's not free.
Aren't you a counselor?
No, I'm head mayor.
So you were a counselor.
I was a guidance counselor. I guide them. Hey. I guide them into what we call the good side. You know, the real path. Well, I'm pretty sure that's time. I do want to say thank you all for coming. Yeah, give yourselves a round of applause. I do want to let you all know, unfortunately, this is our last year of Villain 101. I know, we've been running for 5 years. I want to see hands of those who have been here since day one, our first year, who has been in this panel for 5 years. I'm pretty sure I haven't seen you at every single one. Yeah, yeah. I look for you specifically, and I don't always see you. So.
Okay, well, I was here for the first one.
Oh, okay, yeah. Who remembers what the very first Villain 101 was actually called? Okay, whichever of you two want to do it.
I'll let him go first.
What was it actually called our very first year?
Shimmer Glimmer Power Hour.
Let's give a round of applause. Yep. We were the Shimmer Glimmer Power Hour, and it was just me and the Sunset Shimmer that was up here. And then the next year, we decided to have Nightmare Moon come on, and that's how special guests started. And we changed it to Villain 101.
Yeah.
I do want to thank everybody. It's so sad. I've been here, like, this is my 5th time doing it. I am the creator of Villain 101, and I'm gonna be sad.
Yeah,
I literally came this year just for this panel.
Yeah,
and the friends.
Yeah, and I want to thank you for letting me be on this panel this year, because it was like that first panel you had is where we met and became friends. So
she's tried to get on the panel for 4 years, and I was like, yes, okay. But I was trying to do a sequence of different villains, and I wasn't sure which ones I wanted until I came up with an idea. And then I was like, okay, actually, yeah, we could use a chrysalis, and her chrysalis was amazing. Yeah.
All hail the queen.
So,
all hail the queen.
No, we're not all hailing the queen. It's all hail the head mare.
That just sounds weird.
Well, nobody asked you.
Uh-huh.
So No, nobody cares. Willing abdicates. Yeah, only some people here who were here last year are going to know what I was talking about when I had Sombra dressed as a lunar guard.
Yeah, I remember. That was great.
Yeah, he left. He was here. Last year, the lunar guard that was Sombra, he's my cousin. He is my first cousin. Yeah, I bet none of you even knew that. Well, yeah, that's because you're my sister, and yeah, I got friends all over. So I'm pretty sure that is all the time we have. Thank you all for coming. This will be on YouTube, and if you want to see our previous years, just search up Villain 101 in the year you want on YouTube.
Woo! How did I do? Fantastic. Okay.
I mean, you